Hello and welcome. My name is Gillian. As you can see on the video title, From the Pulpit to Jail. Now, I want to begin this video by apologizing to you all, my followers, and to all the people who watched the previous video I did on Bishop Feyi Daniels. Now, this is what actually happened. This information was available on the internet since November 2023. But I started putting up the video together. Then the verdict suddenly came out. But I lost all the materials I have been keeping since he was accused in November. So I could not come out with the video anymore. So when I gathered other resources and put them together again to do this video last month, I completed the video, I edited and I did everything, and the video was just alright. Then I began to upload the video. I uploaded this video on 4 different occasions. The video I'm talking about, please, I'll link it to this one. The video is titled Where is Bishop Feyi Daniels? So that's the video I'm talking about. So I uploaded that video 4 good times and it all failed. And the 5th time when I was trying to upload the video again last week, the video finally uploaded. But it was a disaster. My goodness. It was a disaster. I received backlash on the video, how it was not good, how the sound was poor and all of that. I accept, I take all the blame. I take it all. Please forgive me. But I also want to thank all the 2,000 plus viewers who viewed that particular video. It is because the information I was trying to send out in that video was so important. I guess that's why even in the state at which the video was uploaded, so many people came around to watch. Now, what I want to do today is to give back the information that was on that video and then a little more updates I now have on the same topic, which is Bishop Feyi Daniels. So that's why I have come out with another title, actually depicting what was in that other video codedly, but now I am coming out to you plainly. That is why I decided to title this video of today, From the Pulpit to Jail. I am not in any way trying to undermine the person of Bishop Feyi Daniels. I am not in any way trying to look down on him. He is a man of God and he is human too. Now, before I delve fully into this video, what I want you to take home today is this scripture that I am going to use to begin this video with. It is John 8:32, which reads, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Now, please, let that truth run through your mind. Let that truth run through your head, and then you will get a better understanding of life. I don't want to sugarcoat anything here today. I just want to be blunt as I have always been. That is why I decided to redo the other video in this one and then give you more updates that I have prepared for you today. Okay, now, the thing is, Bishop Feyi Daniels have been missing from action in his church. For those of you who don't know Bishop Feyi Daniels, I have a short video that I am going to insert into this one. I brought out that video from his page, and the video is titled The Biography of Bishop Feyi Daniels. This is to tell you who he really is. This is to give you a description, a vivid description of his life, where he was born, where he went to school, how he attained anything he attained in life. In fact, just to give you a whole rundown of the life of this popular man. So when you watch the video, then I will come back with more insights about Bishop Feyi Daniels.
He was born in Jericho Hospital, Ibadan. Grew up in Lagos, Ogba Ikeja axis. Got born again 1991 at Seventh Day Adventist Church, Ogba. He had an encounter with the Lord when he was about 11 years old. He was sick and hospitalized in Maryland in Lagos. The doctor had given up on him. They said the best that would happen is that he would be a dummy or his brain would not work well. His head was swollen to about 2 times his normal size. The Lord walked into his room as an embodiment of light and pointed his finger at his head. Light went through it and he was restored immediately. That was his first supernatural encounter at the age of 11. That shaped many things in his life and he began to ask a lot of questions even as a young child. His early Christian life was awesome. He started learning to recite the scriptures at a very young age. At the age of 8 upwards, he was reciting whole chapters of the Bible. He could recite some books of the Bible, some books with 4 chapters, 5 chapters. His great inspiration when it comes to Bible recitation was his children's department teacher and his mother. They played a major role in that. He comes from a background of ministry that is eschatological in nature, where he learned a lot about eschatology and Bible history. He also learned a lot about prophecies. By that, I mean Bible prophecies. From that time, his foundation as a Christian had to do with a lot of Bible histories. Why this is this, why that is that. From there, he evolved into the new creation setting, where he was thoroughly cooked with Pastor Chris's messages. Afterwards, he took lots of Bible courses in Bible teachings and theology and the likes. All of this shaped and formed the strong teaching grace we see in him today. He's a man of many books. He loves to read wide. He loves to question religion and question things generally. That is how his teaching grace came to be. And right in the mid-90s, he was given to the work of ministry. He had several encounters where invited ministers would point to him and tell him, "You are called to be a man of God. You are called to do the work of ministry." In the mid-90s, he stepped into the work of ministry and was given to it. As a young businessman and a pastor, he began to search for more of God. He has always said he doesn't want to be a Christian that is just like every other person. He tells the story of how his pastors in his early days of Christianity were victimized by demons, and he had told himself that if this is the kind of Christianity he would live and experience, then he would rather not be one. For him, he chose not to be a hypocrite. It's either he works or he works. This led to his decision to start visiting prayer mountains from the mid-2000s. At that time, he was a minister and a businessman. In one of his visits to the mountains, he met people that spoke about the history of CAC, spoke about Ayo Babalola, spoke about Babajide. That was how his journey to meeting the great patriarch started. This shaped him in so many ways, especially in the prophetic and in fervent prayer life. Soon after that, in his 7 hours vision, the Lord delivered to him the dominion mandate and all it would be about. Within 24 to 48 hours from then, 3 other people confirmed the mandate. He had a clear mandate and a clear vision of what he was going to run with and what he was going to do. The Lord told him his first point of call would be missions. He started out with missions to Ghana, Ivory Coast, and other areas. Soon after, he reconnected with an old colleague, customer, and a friend to a friend, which now happens to be his wife. The Lord told him his wife would come on the job, and she came. He met his wife and shared the vision with her. They dated for a short time, about 82 days, and they got married. He has been blessed with children, signs and wonders, and a beautiful life. Bishop would always say, "I don't quarrel with my wife. We have never had a fight," and that there is the reality of his marriage. The call of God had been there from a young age, but it came specifically on a 21-day fasting and prayer on a mountain called Idoile in Ekiti. On 14th of June 2011, in an open vision in the night, the name of the work appeared before him, and all that would be done for the next 35 years was laid down before him. The vision was for 7 hours with so many angelic activities. The mandate was given, and the Lord said to him, "Now is the time to restore and enforce the dominion mandate. Now is the time to restore humanity to the position of rulership where they reign in life." He saw a picture of a group of people who were Christians, downtrodden, who were victims of circumstances and at the mercy of sicknesses. He also saw a picture of what their life should really look like, and the Lord said to him, Restore them to their position of dominion, disposition of rulership. Hence, the mandate is dominion, the method is the supernatural, and the teaching of the Word of God and the message of Christ. The birth of Irene Christian family. In 2017, the Lord said, it's time to return to Nigeria and start the work Irene. He planted the work Irene in Accra in December 2017. Then he went to Lagos, Nigeria to do the first meeting in January 2018 and planted the first work in Ibadan. In November 2018, the Lagos church was inaugurated in Lekki. And in December 2019, another branch was inaugurated on the Lagos mainland. We have about 16 centers in total scattered around Nigeria and a few African countries. The Lord has been good all these years. He has done it in about 2 years and a few months. Our mandate is clear. It is to reach the world with the dominion mandate, to help them lead a life of dominion and equip them to help others do the same. This mandate is not only for Nigeria. It is not only for Africa. It is for all humanity. So to the world we go, and we go with power. He calls it Agbara.
Now that you have watched the video, you now have a foundation or ground knowledge on who Bishop Feyi Daniels is. But for those who do not still follow, Bishop Feyi Daniels is the General Overseer and Bishop of Irene Christian Church, Lagos, Nigeria. He is the founder of that ministry. Now, sometime in 2023, when the Nigerian elections were supposed to take place, Bishop Feyi Daniels came out and gave a fantastic prophecy. This prophecy sprung him to limelight. Many people knew him. He is popular. He has a mega church. He's a popular man of God and he preaches or teaches well. He's also a televangelist, so we see him on television, in the internet, and everywhere. He's just everywhere. But when his prophecy on the elections that were supposed to take place in Nigeria in 2023 came out, just as he mentioned in the prophecy that it sounds like a movie, yes, exactly, he was so right. It sounded like a movie. So I would also attach for you who have not watched the prophecy to watch it right now, and then I'll still come back with more light on Bishop Feyi Daniels' story.
If you understand many things I've said over the years, you begin to understand them by these things I say. About 2 years ago, you remember I told you that the second shall become the first. Do you remember? And by that I refer to the highest apex seat of power in Nigeria. And I didn't tell you that it's going to be 5 years or in another government. I said in this government. That was all the Lord told me, and that was all I said. Today's date is what? Shout it. 19th of 2023. All right. If you ask me a straight question on the road and just say, Feyi, who will be the next president of Nigeria after Buhari? My answer will shock you, but you will understand later, because the ways of the prophet is different from the ways of man. If you ask me on the road, just walking on the road, and you did not ask me to explain anything, I say, sir, after Buhari, who is the next president of Nigeria? Do you know the name? I'll tell you. Yemi Osinbajo. I told you, I said my words will shock you. I know you are confused already. Believe me, it's my office. I say it again. Hear me carefully. If you ask me on the street, except there's always the will of man. But now, hear me carefully. Not the will of the people now. The will of the people has been sealed, as in looking into the sky. But if you ask me and say, after Buhari, who is the next president? Who will sit on the seat called the throne of Nigeria in Asurok? I will tell you the name is Yemi Osinbajo, except when the man says no. But mark my word, he will be offered. The presidential election will be peaceful. Don't be afraid. There will not be killings. Go out and vote. However, so because there is no money to buy vote, he We lose in the polls. But already there is a partnership with a man in the system that will cause the vote to be rigged. So suddenly I saw the numbers dropping, and I saw INEC announcing BAT as the winner. However, follow me. I even saw what he was wearing. He was announced winner, and we will see a video where we do like this. The video will trend. Because I've lived in a revolution is coming. A greater than NSAS is coming. People, the doors will be shut. You will not go to work. You will be in your houses. Future. Follow. It will be declared winner on falsehood. The Lord, I saw Peter will be crying, red eye in tears, proper tears. I saw article like this. I told article 4 years ago. I told this team 4 years ago that he will never become the president of Nigeria, and that's everything in stone. He will never. He will never. So there's nothing to bother. He should just go home and keep his money. But follow me carefully. A revolution is coming. A greater than NSAS is coming. People, the doors will be shut. You will not go to work. You will be in your houses. How will this revolution start? Hear me. How will the revolution start? Somehow the information will spill out that the election was rigged. Then the youth will get to the street. It won't just be Lagos. It will be almost every state of Nigeria. The youth will get to the street and they will start the protests. These protests will lead to a revolution. Hear me? Peter Obi will go to court. He will go to court. And the day for swearing him to Nubu will come. I saw white, I saw green. About to be sworn in that day. And everybody that I said is the next president will be rejoicing. We say, yes, I told you. Prophet that don't see far, was I telling you, didn't I tell you Tinubu is the next president? And while at that event, it looks like a very open ground, like a stadium-like center. I'm telling you what will happen. So, while at that event, military men will come in and they will arrest Tinubu. I'm playing the movie before you, Abi. So that you will know that prophecy is not just calling people's name. Mark my words. I'm speaking from my office. I'm not speaking by a gift. He'll be arrested. And at that point, an interim government will rule Nigeria. The interim government that will rule Nigeria would not be military. It's not a coup. The military will partner with the interim government and they would ask who should be put on the throne. Buhari will say, I'm done. I'm for peace. And he will say, make Oshibajo the next. Now, for fear of previous relationship of Oshibajo with Bat, Oshibajo might say, I don't want. If he says so, they will look for another. That's the only condition. But what I saw, but that Oshibajo accepted, and he became a president. But that side has a question mark, a condition to it. Are you loving the movie? Before the 29th, the swearing in day, when bath to be taken. Before that day, when bath to be taken, I saw Peter Obi arrested and detained by DSS after the election, because he's coming to play the role of somewhat like a Messiah, but not the way you define Messiah. And the way Messiah suffers, he must suffer. You'll be arrested and detained. When moment that is done, please stay in your houses. The moment that is done, the revolution and the riots will increase. There will be killings. There will be destruction of properties. As the days to the election comes by, you will see more PDP governors joining Peter Obi. They might not declare publicly, but they will give him all the support that he needs. In the election, number one in numbers of votes will be Obi. Number two will be Bat. Number three will be Atiku. However, like I told you, it will be rigged, and you hear number one is Bat, number two is Obi, number three is Atiku. I saw United Nations intervening. After Tinubu is taken away, I think released for a while, he will also go to court. The interim government will not be long. No. The interim government will not be long, and after a while, the court will declare Obi as winner of the election. Then I saw Peter Obi in Aso Rock. I saw him giving speech as a president of Nigeria, but not May 29th. And by the time I looked back, I saw a camera behind me. I'm athletic, so I turned immediately and went after the guy that was holding the camera. The guy fell down and broke the camera.
He gave me a holy punch.
Holy punch and all that. That was when that started.
Right.
And so the person that was used for that later got into the public and I think went into the media and all that. So the case went to the police station, but till date is without merit.
Right.
And I just moved on with my life and just continued doing what God has told me to do. Because if the case was with merit, most likely I should be in jail. Right.
Yes, ideally, yes. But people say that in this society, in Nigerian society, that powerful people don't get powerful people. You're a powerful person, you own a church, people respect you, people love you.
Okay.
And you're also wealthy, you're not poor, you're powerful. So, of course, and there's corruption in the system. Okay. So you might have manipulated the system to ensure that the outcome was favorable to you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if that's what people would say.
Okay. All right. That's what people may think, but that's not what happened, and that's not what I did.
Right. So there is no merit to these accusations in any form.
No merit in any form.
And you answered it with silence because you knew where these allegations were coming from.
100%.
Right.
Incredible, right? You have seen the prophecy for yourselves, and now you have a full understanding why it became so popular, why this prophecy sprung him to fame. So at that period, he was very famous. But he wasn't only famous for that prophecy. He wasn't only famous for that prophecy. They also rose a group of women who also allegedly at the time accused him of several not so nice things that he did to them. Amongst these women was his junior pastor who served under him, and also a minor that worshipped in his church. They said so many derogatory things about the man of God. Now, people, what I want you to know is, before you being a man of God, a prophet, a bishop, a priest, a pastor, a clergy, a servant of God, call it any title, before you be in any of that, you must first be a human. And you being a human, you are liable to thoughts, you're liable to feelings, and you're liable to react on the things that happen to you. Now, we are driving somewhere, so I need you to understand and follow with me. I'll always remind you on this platform, come and watch my videos with an open mind. Let's reason together. No castigating, but just lessons being learned on every story that pops up on the internet. Now, for the fact that he is a man, he is liable to all the allegations that were leveled against him. And the only way he could have proved himself not guilty was to go to social media and make some declarations in today's show, to be precise. I'm going to stick in the video here, and then you will watch him deny all the allegations that were leveled against him.
And by the time I looked back, I saw a camera behind me. I'm athletic, so I turned immediately and went after the guy that was holding the camera. The guy fell down and broke the camera.
Give me a holy punch.
Holy punch and all that. That was when that started.
Right.
And so the person that was used for that later got into the public and I think went into the media and all that. So the case went to the police station, but to date is without merit.
Right.
And I just moved on with my life and just continued doing what God has told me to do. Because if the case was with merit, most likely I should be in jail.
Right. Yes, ideally, yes. But people say that in this society, in Nigerian society, that powerful people don't get powerful people. You're a powerful person, you own a church, people respect you, people love you, and you're also wealthy, you're not poor, you're powerful. So, of course, and there's corruption in the system. So you might have manipulated the system to ensure that the outcome was favorable to you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if that's what people would say.
Okay. All right. That's what people may think, but that's not what happened, and that's not what I did.
Right. So there is no merit to these accusations in any form.
No merit in any form.
You answered it with silence because you knew where these allegations were coming from.
100%.
Right.
All right. You have listened to him deny every allegation, and he has said it, and we believed him at that time. Now, my problem here is everyone has right to defend themselves, and Bishop Feyi Daniels was granted that privilege to defend himself, because these allegations were not just mere allegations. They later were carried to court and were tried by a competent court of law. Now, what I want you to take home again from this video, we live in a society full of laws, and when there are laws, the rule of law comes into place. And when the rule of law comes into place, please, when you break the law, expect retaliation, expect punishment, expect judgment, expect anything, including incarceration. It just depends on the crime you are guilty of. Now back to the story. When Bishop Feyi was arraigned in court, I will also stick a video for you to see how that also played out. Let it not be like I am coming up with these stories, although it is in the internet everywhere. But there are a lot of people who don't know about it because it did not trend. When his prophecy on the Nigerian elections came out, it trended everywhere. But when the verdict or even his arrest popped up, it didn't trend as much as his prophecy trended. So that is why I'm bringing it to you and you would see how he was arrested and prosecuted.
Nigerian courts don't sentence this popular Nigerian pastor, what they call Bishop Feyi Daniels, where be the resident pastor of Irene Christian Ministry, to life imprisonment, sake of say he used Igbola to knack 3 women where be say they attend a church, and now one of them na a assistant pastor. My people, no be small thing they happen for this internet. I want to tell you now the story of what happened today, where be Friday, January 2024, and what happened to this popular pastor, what they call Bishop Feyi Daniels. This court for Lagos State, where be say they headed by Justice Raman Oshodi, come talk on Friday, January 2024, which is today, say this particular bishop, they don't find her guilty on all ground. Say yes, he really finished all those 3 women where we say they in church. And on top that one, they can't give am 3 years consecutively for all the count charge where we say they put on top his head. Say now I really do. When they come sit down, calculate everything where we say this judge knock on top of his head, they come say and say if they go inside prison for the entire life. My people, this matter not be today now it starts. It all started last year around April 2023. Now 3 women run go meet Lagos State government. Talk say this particular pastor knock them. Say he knock 2 for a resident for Lekki because he knock 1 for church. My people not be smart. That matter, now the Lagos State government can't move into the whole thing fully. Can't carry this particular bishop what they call Feyi Daniels, carry and go court. Now for inside court on 17th of April 2023, now the court say they go remand this bishop for inside prison until the whole matter die finish. May therefore know the truth or the lie for inside everything. On May 29, 2023, for court, wetin come scatter everywhere. Now when one 23 years old girl, or should I say woman now, come appear as one of the lead witnesses or evidence where we say the opposite side bring enter court, come talk say she na assistant pastor for the church, and this particular bishop don knack her anyhow where we say she no like. Now this matter na come burst everywhere. Come talk say if pastor fit do this kind of thing to assistant pastor, that means imagine the things where we say if they do to members of the church. The lead counsel by the Lagos State Council, Mr. Babajide Boye, told the court that she was an assistant pastor of One Rain Christian Ministry, founded by the bishop. According to her, she knew the bishop on the 28th of May 2018 when her friend invited her to a church program in Akoko in Ondo State, where the cleric ministered. She said after the program, she was tagged strictly supernatural and she became a member of the church and rose to the position of an assistant pastor. She said that the bishop, whom she regarded as her spiritual father, knocked him without her approval for a residence for a Kota Villa estate for Lekki, Lagos State on June 21st, 2020. My people. Now when this assistant pastor open mouth talk this matter for courts, now they come see am with all evidence on ground, say for real, this Bishop Feyi Daniels really get the carnal knowledge of this particular woman for the matter. My people, make I take una back. Una know say na this particular bishop now come and say I can't give one prophecy about election. Say they finally arrest President Tinubu. Say Peter Obi come dey cry. Now I can't give many verdicts, you left, right, and center. Where we say as I talk to una today, most of those things not really come to pass. Most people, when this issue come outside, come they talk say now because of say get issue with Tinubu, now make them arrest them. But when these women come appear for court, they come say and say it was not a political issue, rather now something where we say this man do to offend God and offend man. My people, now as I talk to una, the Lagos State Court where we say they there for Ikeja don't sentence this particular bishop now to life imprisonment. Say wetin he do no good. My people, how una see this matter where we say all these pastors, they like to dey knack, they like to dey enter people where we say they work with them. Where we say some people like to dey take advantage of some other people. How una see this matter? Una feel say this thing no really get political hand, or una don look the thing say, these women of a truth, if this man really take advantage of them, then no stone should be left unturned. The truth must always come to light.
Okay, now that you have seen that in reality he was arrested and dragged to court and was tried, he was given a fair trial. Let me be precise about that. He was given an opportunity to defend himself, because all those things that they said about him were mere allegations. But when the allegations went into court, they were no longer allegations. They now became crime. And what happens when someone is guilty of a crime? You would agree with me that punishment sets in. So Bishop Feyi Daniels was dragged to court, accused of forceful entry on multiple women, including his junior pastor and a minor in his church. He could not prove himself not guilty because all those who accused him had proof enough to send him to jail or to pronounce him guilty. And eventually he was pronounced guilty. That is how he moved from the pulpit to jail. Now, as always on this platform, lessons to be learned. Now, I got a message on the previous video I did, where is Bishop Feyi Daniels. A lady came and she was writing and she was like, the punishment that was meted to Bishop Feyi Daniels was too much, in quotes. Now, this is the thing. I didn't mention his punishment all along because I wanted to arrive at this question and then we discuss it together. He was given a life sentence. This means that he is going to spend the rest of his life in jail. I don't know if in the future maybe he can appeal his case, or maybe the government can grant him pardon or something, clemency. I don't know if that is possible, but as it is right now, his punishment is lifetime imprisonment. That is what he got from the crimes he perpetrated on the victims. Now, this lady comments that this crime, this punishment is too much for the crime. We have a code of law, and when anyone breaks the law, the code of law should be applied. So I believe that the judges who gave him that punishment gave him according to the law. That is what he deserved according to the law. Now it is easier for you to see that the crime that he committed against these women, including a child, is heavy because that child is not yours, because you are not the victim. Please, can we just be realistic for once? Can we just speak the truth and shame the devil? The crime has been done. He has destroyed the life of that child psychologically. He has destroyed the life of all the women that he did forceful entry with. What about the gullible members of his ministry? What about those who trusted and loved him and believed in him? His wife, his family, his congregation, his village people. What about all of these people? So if he was given a life sentence, which is prescribed by the law, I don't think it is too much punishment for him. Or is it because he's a man of God that maybe they would not give him that much? How long do you think he should have spent in jail for the crimes he committed? Now, you should know that there is something we call nemesis. It doesn't come right now. It doesn't come today. You don't know about the past of this man. It is unfortunate that he's a very powerful man, that you should have in mind. He is a very powerful pastor as far as pastors are concerned in Nigeria. He is very powerful. But if he was caught up by the law in this way and he could not even find his way out, you should know that a lot of forces are working behind. Just like some other person made a comment on this, the other video I did, where is Bishop Feyi Daniels, that my video I uploaded, I had challenges because his spirit was fighting against me. Please, for the things I don't see, I hardly even believe those things. I just want to believe that there was some sort of internet connection, maybe some sort of app malfunction, maybe, or any other thing that can be a liable explanation for what happened to the video I uploaded. And for people castigating that particular video, I have over more than 140 videos. Please go through all my videos and pick a second video that looks like that particular video. Then you would understand what I went through trying to make that particular video. I do not regret it because the video served its purpose. When I put out the video, in 2-3 days I had more than 1,000 views on the video. I wanted to take it down and then try to re-upload it again, but I realized that the video the video had many views and people kept commenting, so I had to leave people who were able to watch it in that state, watch it, have the information, and then try to program another video like which is this one, to come and give it to you so that you can see everything you did not see in the other video. Mindfully, all the parts that were not available, they are available in this video. All the information I wanted to give, they are available in this video. Now, the third thing we should be taking home as a lesson: all human beings have emotions. Please, whether pastor, whether bishop, whether man of God, whether priest, whether whatever, before being human beings, before being servants of God, they are human beings. They have feelings, and these feelings get into their head. And you know, when a man is tempted, please, they must react. It is but natural. Can we just stop spiritualizing natural phenomenon? Just stop. Just stop. It is nothing. There's nothing spiritual. If you tempt a man, as long as he's a man with blood running through his veins, my sister, you go collect woto. I can tell you that for free. So please, all men of God, they are humans. Please don't tempt them. And if they are found wanting, please let them be tried in the competent law court. And then if they are guilty, condemnation. It is governing everybody now. It's not only the men of God. Everybody can be guilty. And for the members of his church, I want to send a word of, encouragement. Yes, I want to send a word of encouragement to you. Your prophet, your bishop is not God. God Almighty is and always will be. You can put him in prayers, pray for him, and then, continue to read your Bible. It's not a call for consent. It's not it's natural. It can happen to any other person, and we sympathize with you and his family too. Now, please always watch my videos with an open mind, because we analyze and then take lessons home. I have given you the 3 lessons you should take home from this particular video. As always, if you have a comment, put them in the comment section and do so politely. Thank you, and share my videos. Bye.